We obviously saw what happened with James Comey and what he did. We saw the Kranzenstein brother, whatever his damn name is. Then we have clowns like this right here. The Morgan J. Freeman, who puts Donald J. Trump, June 14th, 1946, to now would be good. This right here just shows you how good things are for President Trump, because they are melting down. They have no other course of action other than to pray for the end of President Trump. These people are the most disgusting human beings on the planet. Now, just to be clear, that is not the legendary actor Morgan Freeman. It's some white leftist nut job that his entire identity is about hating Donald Trump. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with this guy, but he is an absolute clown. Then he also puts 8647 below, because these are the type of people we're dealing with right now. And one reason they're really mad is because President Trump himself, looks like President Trump's in a really good mood today, because he's been posting a lot of interesting stuff over on social media, and he's kind of going full scorched earth. This is something he also posted on True Social today. And this is where you could tell that Trump really is feeling the momentum, and he's not holding back anymore.
Remember John F. Kennedy Jr.? He was declared the frontrunner for the New York Senate seat back in 1999. Days later, his plane crashed into the Atlantic Ocean, and his rival, Hillary Clinton, was elected senator. Mary Mahoney was a Clinton White House intern. She knew enough of the inner workings of Bill's sexual advancements to be a star witness during the Clinton impeachment trials. She was brutally executed at a Starbucks she was managing in 1997. In 1993, White House counsel Vince Foster was found dead in Fort Marcy Park near D.C. He supposedly killed himself, and among a lengthy list of potential foul play, the bullet was never found. Then there's James McDougal, a key witness for White House prosecutors. He was serving his 3-year sentence for bank fraud at the Fort Worth Federal Medical Center in Texas. And just before he was to give a testimony before the grand jury, McDougal suffered a heart attack in solitary confinement.
Anybody that's been paying attention to the Clinton crime machine for any significant amount of time, this doesn't surprise you. But the fact that the most powerful man in the world, the most popular man in the world, the most influential man in the world is putting this out on social media directly from his official account is crazy. Trump doesn't give a damn.
In 2015, Walter Scheib, a White House chef hired under Bill Clinton, joined the list. His body was found at the bottom of a river, nearly 2 miles from the base of the trail he was reportedly hiking. An autopsy determined that Scheib's death was accidental drowning, but he might have known too much. 27-year-old Democratic National Committee staffer Seth Rich was shot and killed in D.C. this year. There is speculation that he was the source of the controversial leaked emails allegedly sent by DNC staffers, and that he may have been murdered in retaliation. Then Sean Lucas, the lead attorney in a fraud case against the DNC, was found lying on the bathroom floor by his girlfriend when she returned home on August 2nd. His death was reported classified, pending the results of an autopsy.
And that's not even to mention, remember what happened with the Obamas, chef? Remember that one? Remember the details around that one? And it just got swept under the rug. No discussion of it anymore. Even though it was clearly like mega suspicious, the media didn't even want to talk about it. But you know what they'll talk about? Elon Musk's Yahtzee salute. They'll talk about that for 6 fucking months, because that's more important to the mainstream media than all of this stuff going on. So yeah, Monday, he will be speaking with Vladimir Putin on Monday. The subjects of the call will be stopping the bloodbath that is killing on average more than 5,000 Russian and Ukrainian soldiers a week, and trade. So we'll see what happens with that, but at least I'm glad that they're going to have a conversation now, and hopefully they can get that worked out. But Trump is on fire. Like he is hitting like insane levels right now. And I think he knows the momentum is completely in his favor. He knows that, and he is continuing to pounce, which is what he should be doing.
bringing home trillions in new U.S. investments from the Gulf states. And yeah, he still found time to clap back at Bruce Springsteen's overseas meltdown, where the boss called him corrupt and treasonous. Trump saying Bruce is, quote, just a pushy, obnoxious jerk who fervently supported crooked Joe Biden. This dried out prune of a rocker, his skin.
Trump is literally saving the world right now, and he makes time to take shots at Bruce Springsteen. Trump is the best, dude.
Is all atrophied. Crooked Joe Biden. This dried out prune of a rocker, his skin is all atrophied, ought to keep his mouth shut until he gets back into the country. And as he battles aging rockers, Trump's giving a lesson in humility on his Mideast tour.
I'm just thinking, we have a president of the United States doing the selling. Do you think Biden would be doing it? I don't think so. But it's so important. I think I have to be a cheerleader for our country. That's why our country is doing so well. You know the sad part? Whoever's next president, let's just say whoever's the next president is going to say, what a great job they did. Look, I built all these plants. I built all these factories. Can you imagine? I'll be sitting home. Who the hell knows where I'll be? And I'll say, I did that.
I gotta hear that one. I have not heard that yet. I have not heard that.
Whoever's the next president is going to say, what a great job they did. Look, I built all these plants. I built all these factories. Can you imagine? I'll be sitting home. Who the hell knows where I'll be? And I'll say, I did that.
All right, Jessica, masterclass. It's not really in dispute. So my question to you is, how big of a masterclass was this?
Not in dispute at all. Approval rating bump. That's real life. I live and die by the polls, but that is directly related to him cleaning up his own tariffs mess. So that's moving from the 145% tariff on China to just 30%, where, you saw the CEO from Walmart, I presume, saying that the prices are going to go up. So we'll wait for that. And while we were in the commercial break, Moody's downgraded our credit for the first time in the agency's history. So all good news all around, masterclass. In terms of the big headlines, anytime that we're not talking about the $400 million bribe that he's taking from the Qataris and the jet is a good one.
Stop.
But
It's been around forever.
What?
It's been around forever, that so-called bribe. They were talking to the Biden administration about it.
Yeah, and who didn't take it? Joe Biden. And who did
We
take
got it for
Donald
free.
Trump. Anyway,
Biden would probably buy it, give it to Hunter.
Hoodles. He has all of these big headlines, right? We're getting all of this investment, like the $8.5 billion out of Qatar for Texas energy company McDermott. That was already announced in 2023 and 2024. Abu Dhabi, he says, new $200 billion. That's a cloud computing deal with Amazon, also announced during the Biden administration. Saudis allegedly giving us $600 million. We haven't haven't documented all of it, but we do know that the airport project was announced last August. So the Washington Post has documented all of this, that at least a half a dozen of the contracts that he's talking about happened under the Biden administration. And that is,
I know you guys are loving hearing
Trump
Jessica, but I got to pause it for a minute because I just saw this right here. I saw this clip right here the other day. This is so freaking good right here. All right. I did not know that the Saudis did this for Trump, but watch this.
I need me some Saudi Arabia friends because it's like, that's your guys' hospitality. Oh my, bro.
I did not see that clip. That is so freaking good, dude. They love Trump. Everybody loves Trump. It's the best.